You know, you would think that after the Giants season was over and there were no more games to play, that the suffering would come to an end too, right?
But he is such a special man. Come on, we're gonna fly, Eagles fly for Saquon Barkley, because I was...
Eagles fly in Super Bowl 59.
What's going on, guys? What's going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back in to another video. And yes, we'll be talking about the Philadelphia Eagles today, along with the New York Giants. But before we start, make sure you guys check out the sponsor of the channel, BetUS. Be sure to check out BetUS for a 150% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first deposit. Second and third are 125%. Football is over, but of course there are other sports going on, especially basketball. A lot of you guys like basketball sports betting, so check them out there, and make sure you guys use the promo code YouTube150. That is YouTube150, and make sure to bet responsibly. I am now of the belief that this is the worst 100th year birthday ever. I mean, think about it. A century. Usually it's an amazing moment to reach 100 years in just about anything. Your great-grandpa, Jonathan the Tortoise, a tree.
You know, till death do us part. And
I don't think we've ever seen anything turn 100 years old, and the vast majority would rather see it put out of its misery. That's what it's brought us to, for this team to just lay down and die on its 100th birthday nonetheless, and even after its death, the misery still lingers on. Now, there's no point of continuously harping on the tragedy that occurred this season, especially starting off the year with these atrocities. As soon as they revealed these bad boys and said that they were going to be playing with them in the first game of the season, I knew it wasn't going to end well. And the Giants played exactly how these uniforms looked. I don't even need to give you a word to describe it. Just look at it. Yeah. But it didn't even start there. What started this was not only paying Daniel Jones, but after he got hurt in 2023, trying to win as many games as possible with Tommy DeVito, and actually doing so, giving us 3 straight wins and bringing us all the way down in the draft order and taking us away from one of the best rookie quarterbacks in NFL history, arguably the best rookie quarterback in NFL history. That's right, the Giants had a chance to have the best player on the Washington Commanders roster and the best player on the Philadelphia Eagles roster on the Giants roster in 2024. Which brings me to the championship game. Seeing these two teams face off in the second biggest game in the season was the most heartbreaking thing to watch, considering watching your should-have-been franchise quarterback and star running back going at it for a chance to win a Super Bowl.
Saquon thing.
I just got a text that Chicago's driving the price up and Philly's out. I don't know if that's true or not.
And eventually the Eagles went on to win that matchup. What a storyline. The team that lost their first matchup in the big game to the ones looking to make NFL history by being the first team to three-peat in the Super Bowl. But between that, the Giants had a chance to at least salvage a little bit of pride and joy before the season is over by witnessing their best quarterback of their franchise possibly making the Hall of Fame in the Giants' centennial season. How poetic would it have been to have the guy who was responsible for 2 Super Bowl championships be inducted into the Hall of Fame on the Giants' 100th season, no matter how that season turned out. But as all things have been going for the Giants and its fan base, it's been led to nothing but disappointment.
They only took 4.
Why?
I'm just telling you what they did. I don't
It
know
was
why.
a lot of great names on there, so.
No, they didn't go in.
I'm going to tell you what I can't believe. I can't believe they did that to Eli.
And speaking of disappointment, as if matters couldn't get any worse, I had to turn on my TV and see this.
But he is such a special man. Come on, we're going to fly, Eagles fly for Saquon Barkley, because I respect and love this man so much. No, got it out. See, we don't have a flag in New York. So, damn.
Have we lost all of our pride in this franchise? It's bad enough that we had to root for losses. Now, that is the lowest of the lows. And I'm not going to blame the fan base for thinking that. Hell, I was even thinking that. It's the franchise. It's where they put us at in this very moment. And don't get me wrong, I feel disgusted by it. It's not something I want to root for every single year. I don't want to root for losses every year. But that is the low point that they've had us at. But seeing Michael Strahan, somebody who is an absolute icon and represents the Giants well, I mean, up to this point, I mean, he's all over TV, not just in football, but in talk shows and interviews and things like that. Michael Strahan represents the Giants. People who have never watched the Giants before knows that this guy, who's all over TV, used to be an amazing player for the New York Giants. Watching him on TV say, "Fly, Eagles, fly," and wave the Philadelphia Eagles flag was so treacherous to see. It was treasonous. And of course, it goes viral. And the Giants fans and the Giants organization have to face the brunt of that shame and laughter. And we're put at the forefront for everybody to see and laugh at. Especially Eagles fans. Now they have that against us. That one of the best players that we've had in our franchise in recent memory is out there waving the Eagles flag. Like, you're having Eagles fans post that all over the internet. Like, we can't win anything. And then we get to the game. It was a dominant performance by the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, there's no point in going over. I'm not going to give you a whole recap of the game. But Patrick Mahomes was pressured on over 50% of his dropbacks. And the Eagles just rushed 4 guys. You know, I think Joe Shane was right. And check this out. The Eagles won, and it was not on the back of Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley has been carrying them to this championship game throughout the entire season. He ran for over 2,000 yards. He broke the all-purpose scrimmage yards for the entire season with like 2,600 scrimmage yards. That is insane. But in this game, Saquon didn't do anything. And that's because the Chiefs were just all over him. They wanted to make sure if they lost the game, it wasn't going to be because of Saquon Barkley, and it wasn't. And how sad is it to see Giants fans have the stomach to root for the Philadelphia Eagles to win, all under the guise of, "Oh, I wish Saquon Barkley plays well. That's all. I love Saquon Barkley. I wish he plays well. That's the only reason." You could still root for Saquon Barkley to perform well and still hope the Eagles lose. I mean, that's been the majority of what I've been hoping for throughout this entire season for the Eagles. I've been hoping that they lose and hoping Saquon Barkley performs well because I love Saquon Barkley just as much as the next guy. But rooting for the Eagles to win is such a disgusting look if you're a Giants fan. I'm sorry. I've lost probably 50%, if not more, respect for you after that. I just don't care what you have to say. And now that is on your resume, your fan resume. That is there. Now, I know rooting for one team to lose or win does not affect what happens in the actual game, but where your heart was before that game was played is there in the court of public opinion. The Eagles have now been to 3 Super Bowls in the past 8 years and won 2 of them, and you rooted for the Eagles to win. And I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy because the Eagles won, and Saquon Barkley did nothing for you to cheer for. Besides that catch that he had towards the end of the game, that bobbled catch, I mean, besides that, there was really nothing special that he did in that game, and you rooted for the Eagles to win for his sake. Now, I'll never tell somebody how to fan, but if you ask me, it sounds like you're a fan of the other team. So, I'll just put that out there. That's just me. And I know the truth. I know the truth is that a lot of Giants fans have a kink. They have a fetish. They have this turn on where they just love. They love feeling broken. They love feeling ashamed. So they take it all out on, yes, Eagles win. Oh, yeah, Eagles win. Joe Shane, take that, Joe Shane. The Eagles won, and you let Saquon Barkley go. Oh, yes. I hate where the Giants are. I hope the Giants lose all their games, and I hope the Eagles win the Super Bowl because I'm a masochist. I love the pain. I love to feel it. As cringy as that was, that is a lot of Giants fans on Twitter. I don't need to name names. If you know who you are. If you felt offended by that, besides the cringiness part, besides feeling assaulted by that, if you feel offended by it, you're probably exactly who I described. So, that being said, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. It's been a rough season for the New York Giants, man. It's been rough. I hope things get better. It can't get any worse. It can't get any worse. You know what? I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that because things surprise me all the time. So, that being said, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And we got some good content coming up in the near future. Be sure to be on the lookout for that. Besides that, I'm KB, and I will see you guys in the next video. Woo.